Um, let's see. It seems like the game is not popping up on the screen. Let me double check. Why is this not working? Let's see. Bandcamp boyfriend, you should be. That's weird. The audio is coming through, but the video is not. So, oh, there it goes. Welcome. Welcome to Play Stream. Okay. That should be good. I can get rid of that. Alright. It's a little toasty in here. I have a snow day tomorrow. I'm so excited. So with my district, with my school district, they have, normally on inclement weather days, I can't call it a snow day, an inclement weather day, normally what they do is, because our district has iPads, they normally have us, like, it's like 8:30 to 10:30, the kids have to be in class, like, they have to, like, you know, go into class virtually, and it's kind of stupid, but yeah. And normally I would have to have, like, office hours opens, because, like, I'm not at a bunch of different schools, I'm at a bunch of different schools, so, like, I'm not at the same school all day, so I would have to set up a meeting, and then send like an invite link to, like, either the teachers or the kids or both, saying, all right, these are my office hours, come if you can, and then sit there for 2 hours probably doing nothing, because my kids probably won't come see me. Some of them might, but it's just like, I just kind of, you know, I answer questions, I help them out, I guess, and then I would have to do, like, an hour of, like, PD, which is professional development, so outside of that, and then I'd be done. And then I'm just like, why make the kids sign into school? Like, I get it, but I also don't think it's honestly a good use of time, and I think it's a waste of time. So that's just me. Yeah. So we are gonna get started here with some Bandcamp boyfriend. You know what? I said I didn't think I'd be able to see the chat on Discord because I'm streaming it to Discord right now, but I might. I open the chat. Oh, I can open the chat on my phone. Look at that. Technology. You know, it might be a better idea to do it on my iPad. My iPad's got a bigger screen. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pull up the Discord chat on my iPad. I don't know if anyone's coming, but, you know, if they do, I can still see them. So give me a second. It's my first time doing this, so I'm gonna set up my iPad next to my keyboard. Oh, that's an old drawing. Alright, where's Discord? There it is. BMBMB. There we go. Open chat. There we go. Got it pulled up on my iPad. Alright, let's play. Oh, I need to pull up the guide. So we're on the Sam route. Woo! Samuel. We are on chapter 11. There's only one decision here. Did I already pass the bad ending? What's the heartbreak again? Oh, okay. I woke up early today. Susie's still sleeping, so I head to breakfast on my own, but there aren't many people here. I grab a blueberry bagel, smother it with cream cheese, and find a seat by myself. Hi! Jelly, join us! Oh, thanks for the offer, but I don't want to be a third wheel. You won't be. Come on. I promise we won't start making out in front of you or anything. Okay, why not? I get up and move to their table. So, what's up? We were talking about Garth. I can't believe he hasn't come back to practice yet. He must be so sick. I miss him. I wish he was here. What, so he can spread his germs? No thanks. Pneumonia can put you out of commission for a week or more. And I have life to attend to. Oh. Peter, you're heartless. Oh my god, that took me a second. You would know. You're the one who stole my heart. Dude, you're literally like 17. I get it. I get it. Let the kids be kids. Let the kids be kids. Gag. How could his cheesy lines ever work on someone? Seriously! Trying to keep from rolling my eyes, I changed the subject. Hey, Peter, you and Sammy were in state jazz band last year, right? What was that like? That's a random question, but yeah, we were. It was fun. I was last year, but I was happy enough to have made it. The competition was fierce. What chair was Samuel? Second. He got to do a bunch of improv solos. You should have seen it. That's the best I've ever heard him play for sure. I know the first chair alto girl was beginning to question if she was in the right seat. Yay! There was a girl on first chair? That's awesome! Girl power! Yeah. She's pretty cute too. I told Sam to ask her out, but, well, in the end, they weren't meant to be. And then, of course, we're gonna be like, oh, she died! She's the one that died! I'm pretty sure it's his grandfather. That's my guess. I gripped my bagel a little too roughly and wind up with cream cheese oozing through my fingers. Cute girl who was first chair saxophone at state jazz band? How can I compete with that? Wait. No. I don't have to anymore because of the it says the accident. The incident. I can't stop thinking about it. That's enough, Jilly. You were at band camp. You were Blue Mountain's drum major. Focus on that. You okay, Jelly? What? Yes, why? You got this look on your face, like you're ready to kill someone. And you're practically strangling that bagel to death. I'm fine. This bagel is hard to eat and it's making me upset. See, I got it all over me. Tough morning. Okay. Must be one of those days where you're stuck riding the struggle bus. Haha, yeah, I'm a mess. Oh, the dog has emerged from his slumber. Of course, okay, I'll be right back. I gotta take the dog outside, and it's gonna take a minute. Alright, I'm back. Had to take Lay Dog out. Okay. You'll get through it. I believe in you. Oops. Thanks. You know, I've had plenty of those days, I'm not gonna lie. Determined to focus on being the best drum major I can be, I go straight to Mr. Wiley's side, then I get to practice. When I get to practice. Morning, Mr. Wiley. How are you doing? Can I help set up?
Thanks, kiddo.
Nah, I've got the rookies helping set up, and I'm alright. Thanks for asking, kiddo. He does seem much better from the looks of it. Good. After stretches, the band dives into a long-winded basic session, which I give the commands for. Then we set up the opener to add some flair. I'm not needed on the podium, so I make my rounds as usual, but I don't do any talking. Listening only.
Pay attention.
Alex, why don't you try taking smaller steps at the start of the set and bigger steps towards the end? If you do that, you won't be in the way of the low brass. Low brass should get out of my way. Alex. I mean, thanks, Samuel. You're the best. Suddenly, Alex catches sight of me. You're the best and everyone knows it. Gotta love Samuel. Who wouldn't love Samuel? Did you hit your head or something? What a little hellion. I'm out of here. That little shithead. The hot air is stifling and the sun beats down on us. I can feel the back of my neck burning from its rays. Everyone moves sluggishly, taking a few extra beats to form coherent thoughts. It is far from our best rehearsal and we all know it. Get some lunch, cool off. I'll see you in the afternoon. He goes on his way, but I quickly gather my things and hurry to catch up with him. Mr. Wiley, how are you doing? Oh, sorry. Oh, hey, Jelly. That was a rough practice, wasn't it? They can't all be winners. We're nowhere near where I'd hope we would be. Maybe we should just give up. Oh no, he's sinking back into that hopeless abyss of grief. I can't let that happen. I have to pull him back out. We can't give up. If you knew the half of it. He sighs deeply. I know what he means. Oops. Listen to me, Mr. Wiley. Band camp isn't over yet. He looks at me with dull, uncomprehending eyes, and I feel a flash of frustration. If only I could inject him with my own optimism and make him see reason. Oh, honey. You should have seen us last year with Mr. Savage. We've come so far under your direction. We've gotten so much done, and... I struggle for words. We're only going to get better with every practice we hold. Imagine where we'll be at the end of all this, but we can't do it without you. So please, for the band, let's make the most of what's left of band camp. Mr. Wiley continues to stare at me for a moment. I wonder if my words even reached him. Excuse me, drinking some Beppis. Then a light seeps into his eyes, and a hesitant smile twitches at his lips. You're absolutely right, Jelly. Absolutely right. That's not ominous at all. He turns and walks briskly away, headed for his cottage in the woods. I watch him go with an empty feeling in my chest. Am I going to have to spend the entire season pulling Mr. Wiley out of his depression? Where's the man I met at the beginning of band camp? When did he change? And why? It's mac and cheese for lunch, but I have trouble getting it onto my plate. The macaroni is as hard as a rock and stuck together. After stabbing at it with a giant spoon for a minute, I managed to get a good-sized boulder onto my plate and then head to join Susie. She's already sitting with Felicity.
Hey!
Let's play Kiss, Marry, Kill. I don't want to play. That's nice. I don't really want to play since I have a boyfriend and all. Okay, then you name 3 guys and I'll tell you who I'd kiss, marry, or kill. On second thought, maybe I'll have some time outside. The air is so humid it's hard to breathe. The outdoor tables are abandoned in favor of air conditioning today. It's pretty peaceful. I take a seat and begin chipping away at mac and cheese with my mac and cheese with a fork. Alone and shrouded in silence, my thoughts drift to Samuel. As I eat my lunch, he doesn't come to join me. With a sinking feeling, I acknowledge that I seek him out more than he does me. No, maybe he did look for me and didn't realize I was eating out here. Maybe he's looking for me right now and it's taken him a while. Or maybe he just doesn't like me as much as I thought. What? I jerk in surprise. Marion? Didn't even notice her. She's sitting 2 tables away in the shade, completely still and easy to miss. Were you talking to me? Were you talking to me? No, I was talking to myself. Oh. Now I feel like an idiot. Why aren't you eating with your boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend. That's not what I heard from Felicity. Dang it, I told her not to spread rumors. Now the whole band is going to think I'm dating Samuel, and I'm not. I sink in my seat, burying my face in my arms. How embarrassing. Why is that such a bad thing? I'm not as close with Samuel as everyone thinks I am. I wish I was, but I'm not. I want to know him, but I'm starting to feel like it's impossible. The closer I get to him, the more questions I have, but I can't bring myself to ask him. Besides, what if he hears what everyone's saying and he assumes that I spread the rumor of us dating? If he knows you well enough, I'm sure he'll realize you're not the one who spread the rumor. You're blowing this up into something bigger than it needs to be. Typical teen drama. You are literally a teenager. Shaking her head, she sips her lemonade delicately. I narrow my eyes at her. You're a teenager too. You're only a year older than me. Yes, but I have more experience than you. Yeah, maybe I should start coming to you for advice then. It's hard to keep the sarcasm out of my voice. Maybe you should. I have lots of good advice. Then let's hear some. Okay, here's some for you. Forget Samuel. Studies show that less than 2% of marriages stem from high school sweethearts, so relationships at our age are a waste of time. You should focus on your studies. I bite my tongue to suppress another sarcastic response. Tense silence hovers between us. Marion's eyes bore into me, waiting for my reply. Eventually, her words sink in and my shoulders slump with defeat. I wish it was that easy.
Poor thing.
I understand completely. Do you? I seriously doubt that. Of course I do. You have feelings for him, so you replay and overanalyze every little interaction you have with him, driving yourself nuts. Should I have said that? What if I had said this instead? Did I offend him? What's going on in his head? Wow, that sounds about right. And sometimes your heart pulls you one direction and your brain pulls you another, and you're not sure which to follow. She is speaking as though from experience. Let me guess. You always stick with your brain, don't you? Ugh, I wish. Whatever. I don't know why I got so sentimental and started having this deep conversation with you all of a sudden. I don't even know you. She swigs the rest of her lemonade, then picks up her tray to leave. I say nothing more to her, not exactly eager to continue our cheery conversation. But I must say, this was a lot more interesting than my lunch with Susie and Felicity would have been. Mr. Wiley has everyone split off into sectionals for afternoon practice. I decide to stay inside and keep one eye on him instead of making my usual rounds. But he's quiet and hard to get a read on. I wonder what's going through his mind. I suck it up and sit with Susie and Felicity for dinner. Today has been really uneventful. Considering the past 2 weeks, I have been pretty eventful. I'm okay with that. I could use a break. Guess what, girls? We only have tonight's practice and tomorrow morning's practice, and then it's time to go home. Yes! And we can enjoy our last week of summer before school starts. How do you two plan to spend it? I'm gonna do nothing but pamper myself. You two are welcome to join me. We deserve to treat ourselves after all we've been through. Yeah, I was thinking of going shopping for some cute new back-to-school outfits. We should make a day of it! Girls' day out! Yes, definitely. We can hit the mall, and the makeup store, and the spa. That sounds expensive. I might need to get my allowance early this month. I've never even been to a spa.
Oh my gosh.
What? You've never been to a spa? You're gonna love it, Jelly. Just you wait. We should try the new frozen yogurt place that just opened up too. I smiled to myself. That actually sounds pretty fun. It'd take my mind off certain topics anyways. I only hope they got the buses working. Susie says it lightly, without worry, but I feel alarm pulse through me. Did anyone actually see a repairman come to take a look at the buses? No, I'm certain they're fixed. We're at practice all day, so someone probably came to fix them. Yes, I think I'm ready for band camp to be over. It's been fun, but long. The thought of eating home-cooked meals and planning outings with Susie lifts my spirits. Everyone stay focused. You're moving like a horde of zombies. I want to see some hustle. It's too hot out for this. You're all acting like band camp is over.
Yep.
It basically is. Is that what you think? Sir, maybe we should give everyone a quick water break. It's like I hadn't even spoken. Mr. Wiley leaves by my side to grab his megaphone. Then he rides up the scissor lift to tower over the band, their tired expressions filled with curiosity.
I have an announcement to make.
Please say practice is over. Band camp has been extended indefinitely. We're going past 9? No, I'm not talking about tonight. What I mean to say is...
You're not leaving here.
What? I said you're not leaving here. Not until the show is perfect. I expect the band to react somehow, to start whispering away as they normally do when Mr. Wiley's speaking, but there's dead silence. And let me tell you, it is far from perfect. You're gonna stay here until it is, and don't even think about trying to leave because you can't. Suddenly, Mr. Wiley grins directly at me, baring all of his teeth. Like you said, Jelly, we're only going to get better with every practice we hold. Imagine where we'll be at when band camp ends. When you said that, I thought, what if band camp doesn't have to end? I can't believe he's singling me out like this. I struggle to find my voice. But band camp is only supposed to last 2 weeks. That's not set in stone. I'm the band director, so I can change it if I want. I open my mouth to argue, but I can't find the words. He laughs loudly, seemingly beyond reason.
Let's go!
Now, take it from the top, and let's show some hustle. Ooh, Mars, my favorite. I've said this so many times. Mars is my favorite movement from the Planet Suite. It's also one of the most famous pieces to be in 5. I barely pay attention to practice after that. Same with everyone else. They just go through the motions, still in a state of shock from what Mr. Wiley said. Still looking like a bunch of zombies. Come on, do you want to get better? I want to believe that it's a joke. He was laughing, wasn't he? If it is, he'll tell us at the end of practice. Please, it's gotta be a joke. Ah, so good. Practice drags on until 9:30 p.m., but no one complains. Even when Mr. Wiley calls for a huddle, it's still silent. I want you to get plenty of rest tonight. Now that you know the rest of your summer is at stake, maybe you'll work a little harder tomorrow. So, it was a joke?
I thought jokes was supposed to be funny.
Marching band is no joking matter. I meant what I said. He'll be staying here until the show is perfect. So it's not a joke. This is really happening. And you should know that if something happens to me, you won't be getting out of here. I'm the only one who knows the code to the electric fence, and the guy who drops off all the food won't be stopping by either, since I'm the only one who's got his number. Understand? There's no response, though I think everyone understands just fine. That's it. See you tomorrow. He melts into the shadows without sounding us off, leaving the entire band standing in a daze. There's a foreboding feeling hanging in the air. Some of the younger members are even crying. Samuel. I want to see Samuel. Where is he? I wander through the crowd of scared bandmates, trying to glimpse his face, but I can't find him. I hear Peter's voice raised over the hubbub of voices. Calm down, Sabrina. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. Why would Mr. Wiley do this to us? I thought he was a nice person. Haven't you noticed his strange behavior? I have. After what he said the other day, I was starting to think he was depressed. Depression is when you struggle to care about anything. If you ask me, Mr. Wiley cares a little bit too much.
Seriously?
What if he is depressed and, God forbid, kills himself? Where would that leave the rest of us? You heard what he said about the food guy not coming back. We'd be trapped here with no way out. It's time for me to step in. Everyone calm down. You're letting your imaginations run wild. I'm sure our parents will come for us.
Of course.
If it isn't Jelly. I admire your dedication to the band for giving him the idea to keep us here. Very impressive. We're all forever in your debt. Everyone's eyes narrow with distrust when they look at me. Oh no. I didn't do it on purpose. I was only trying to encourage Mr. Wiley when I told him that. He seemed to be feeling horribly low. I wanted to lift his spirits. That's right. Jelly would never betray us like that. Didn't you hear her arguing with him when he made the announcement? True. Everyone falls quiet for a moment, lost in thought. I take the opportunity to ask the question plaguing my mind. Where is Samuel? Don't know. Saw him go running into the woods in that direction. He points to the trees, cast in darkness.
Well,
That's certainly suspicious.
Seriously?
Clark, do you have to be suspicious of everyone? I'm only saying, perhaps he knows something we don't. I don't wait up to hear the rest of the conversation. I'm going to find Samuel. As I step into the woods and leave the bright stadium behind me, the air turns colder. The shadows cast by the trees seem darker than ever before, and every sound is magnified in my ears. Oh, damn, I did my laundry today. I meant to wash a sweater that really needed to be washed, but it's sitting here on the back of my chair. I jog to catch up with Samuel, my feet crunching loudly over twigs and dead leaves. After a few minutes of running, I call out for him. Samuel? I strained my ears to pick up any sign of him. Where could he have gone? Samuel! Jelly? Samuel! There you are. I slow to a stop at his side. He looks at me quizzically. He scared me. What are you doing all the way out here? Looking for you. What are you doing? There's something I wanted to check. His gaze turns toward the distant radio tower. We lost our signal a week ago, right around the time the buses broke down, and we realized we would have to stay the weekend. Now Mr. Wiley has decided to keep us here even longer. Isn't it all too much of a coincidence? The blood in my veins turns to ice. You think Mr. Wiley planned this? Samuel nods, his eyes still fixed on the distant tower. If we could get the signal back, we could call for help. I pull my phone out of my pocket and look at the screen. 0 bars. It's been that way for many days now. As for why, maybe we'll find out if we go inside the radio tower. I tuck my phone in my back pocket and square my shoulders. Then what are we waiting for? What do you two think you're doing? I can't conceal the shock and horror on my face. Without thinking, I grab Samuel's hand and grip it tightly. Nothing? Nothing? You're a terrible liar, Samuel. It's almost curfew. It's not good for kids to be out this late at night. If you know what's good for you, you'll head back to your rooms. Okay. Let's go, Samuel. Freaky eyes. I hate that sprite. It's so scary. We shred quickly away from Mr. Riley, still holding hands. I can feel his eyes following us, searing our backs until we're lost in the trees. Only when we reach the safety of the lodge does Samuel finally let go of my hand. It's quiet here. Everyone has retired to their rooms early. Sorry you got caught up in that. Don't apologize. It's my fault for following you. Do you think he knew what we were up to?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, he knew. I agree. I don't want it to see anything happen to you. You were right. You said we can never say for sure what's going to happen. I said we'd be going home, and here we are, about to be stuck in camp for who knows how long. Ugh. In this case, I'd rather you be right. He looks at me for a long moment. Then he reaches out with one hand, softly touching my cheek.
Stay safe.
Oh! Ah! Cute! We love to see it. I'm so surprised. Words fail me. But he walks away without waiting for a reply. Anyways. I take one last look at his retreating form, then enter my room. Did you find him? Yeah, but then Mr. Wiley found us and sent us back here. Oh no! I don't think I'll be getting much sleep tonight. We'll be okay, Susie. Let's try to be optimistic. Right. But just in case, I locked the door that night. surprised that the doors don't like lock automatically. Like you wouldn't need like a key to get in. Stolen moments. Huh? Oh gosh, I'm looking at the options for in the guide. That does not look good. When I wake up in the morning, I wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Sorry, I don't know why that reminded me of that. I think it was just how I said it. When I wake up in the morning, I feel excited. It's the last day of band camp. I'm going home. Then last night's events come rushing back. My excitement dies and is replaced with uncertainty. What sort of Mr. Wiley will be waiting for us at the practice field today? I just want to try something. I input the code Mr. Wiley gave me at the start of camp into the control panel and hit the switch, but nothing happens. I can still hear the faint buzz of electricity humming through the fence. Then my suspicions are correct. Mr. Wiley has changed the code to shut off the electric fence, and he's the only one who knows it. When I get to the field, I see Peter, Tom, and Samuel in a tight huddle. What's going on? Jelly, good timing.
Let's go!
To the field, let's get started. I can already tell it's going to be a great day for band, because every day is a great day for band. What? He seems back to normal. This is weird. I feel my hopes rising. Just a bit. I gotta say, I'm a bit disappointed. Section Day is an old favorite of mine, but you're all severely lacking in the creativity department. Jelly? Wah! I'm sorry, I completely forgot about Section Day. You can go ahead and start stretches now. Oh, yes, stretches! Let's go, everyone! Right arm across. I see my bewilderment reflected in the faces of my peers. Done stretching? Time for basics. We're really gonna push the tempo today so we can nail all those sets in the closer. He hands me the gawk block. We get through the basics without a hitch. Did I fall into the wrong dimension yesterday? Everything seems to be fine now. I catch Susie's eyes as we exchange a tentative smile as we head into the next phase of practice. 10 minutes before practice is over, a strange sound catches the attention of the band. Oh, he's early. A helicopter. Does this mean we're going home with style? Wait, no. One helicopter would have to make a dozen trips to carry an entire band home. We watch the helicopter pass over as the helicopter passes over the field and a little white parachute is dropped from inside. It floats down to the grass, not far from the group. Attached to the little white parachute is a rather large box. The helicopter circles around and heads back the way it came. The sound of whirling blades fades away. What is that? Extra food. We don't want to run out now, do we? Am I on an episode of Lost? My heart sinks.
Bring it in!
Hey, I'm in a good mood, and we got off to a good start today, so let's wrap up early. But before we do, I have some good news. Everyone stares at Mr. Wiley with deadpan expressions. We've learned by now that his good news is usually not the same as our good news. You'll be happy to know that the practice schedule is lighter for this weekend. Tomorrow will consist of a morning practice and a mandatory sectional in the afternoon. I forgot I left him down there. Oh, he's growling. He's making old man noises. My doggy.
He's upsetting.
He is upsetty, but he gets to go to the vet tomorrow.
Upsetty spaghetti.
And hopefully get some medicine. Oh, baby. The little peasant. A little peasant boy.
You got any onions?
I'll take a picture of him.
The Lord took my crop.
Jojo. Little peasant boy. Little peasant.
He's annoying me.
Yeah, go put him in the pumpkin.
It's pumpkin time. It's pumpkin time.
Oh, my avatar's freaking out.
The vet gets a kick out of his sock.
I'm sure they will. Oh, he's so cute. You'll be happy to know that the practice schedule is lighter for this weekend. Tomorrow will consist of a morning practice and a mandatory sectional in the afternoon. Lastly, you'll have Sunday off. Hooray! However, I will be adding a practice for this afternoon and tonight, so make sure you're there. No one reacts. Yeesh, feel like I'm looking at a bunch of corpses.
Good talk.
Jojo, where you going? Make sure you're resting during your break so you're fresh for practice. See you this afternoon. Okay, let me get the dog. Come here, dog. Pizza time has been stuck in my head because we had pizza today. Let's see. What the? Oh, never mind. I am going to send this picture to the group. All right, let's keep going. It's hot in here. I left the heater on while I was at my mom's, which I was there for a while, so that... yikes. He goes on his way, skipping a step. At least he's happy again, but I'm beginning to regret helping him feel better. I head to the sidelines to gather up my stuff and grab a drink. I hate to say it, but it looks like we're stuck here. Susie, you don't think it's my fault, do you?
No!
Why would I? Apparently my words inspired Mr. Wiley to keep us here. You should have seen the way everyone was looking at me last night when he... Oh, you dummy! My dog just tried to jump off my chair, and he hit my VR headset, which is on the ground. You stupid dog. Are you a stupid dog? Or are you a stupid cute dog? I shudder. You're fine, Jelly. I'm sure no one blames you. How about we head to lunch? As I'm scooping the chili that smells like my dad's shoes into a bowl, I recall that Tom, Peter, and Samuel were about to tell me something before practice. I should seek them out and find out what it is. This smells great. Mr. Wiley, what are you doing here? Jojo! You dummy! 1 second. My stupid dog. No! Don't sit on top of it! You're gonna break the bed. Go. No. Fix this. Go. In. Go. No. Go in there. Oh, this dog. What? What? Go sit in your pumpkin, not on the pumpkin, in it. I've got him a little pumpkin bed. And he likes to sit on top of it when he's supposed to go, like, inside. It's like a little tent looking. Or you can sit on my blanket, that's fine. As long as you're not ruining your bed. Heard they were serving chili and had to come by. Hey! You excited for more band camp or what? I goggle at him like he might be kidding, but he's 100% serious, smiling to himself as he helps himself to chili. I'm telling you, Jelly, there's not a lot I care about in life, but I care about this. You're lucky to have a band director who cares so much. He moves off without waiting for a response and sits in the middle of the cafeteria. As the kids notice his presence, they take on the same look as a deer caught in the headlights. I spy Tom, Peter, and Samuel looking as though they want to bolt from the table next to Mr. Wiley's, but they stay where they are. The hell? Why is my door open? Feeling uncomfortable yet wanting to act natural, I join them, but no one says anything. Whatever conversation they were holding before Mr. Wiley showed up has been put to an end. Luckily, I'm a patient person. Mr. Wiley can't watch over the entire band forever. If he had instructors, maybe. I tense up when I think of the missing instructors. Yet another piece to the puzzle. The broken down buses, the bad signal, the missing instructors. This was all planned from the start. Mr. Wiley keeps us inside for afternoon practice. He leads the entire rehearsal while I remain in the podium, conducting. Saxophones, mellophones, you share this part. I want less sax, more mel. Got it? Adjust accordingly. The band follows his every request. They don't bother making up excuses or chattering with their neighbors. The entire atmosphere has changed. At the end of practice, Samuel approaches me. Hey, what's... There's an almost imperceptible shake of his head. I almost forgot. Mr. Wiley is standing right behind me. Samuel grasps my hand and briefly and smiles. What? Why is it so hot in here all of a sudden?
See ya.
Oh! Okay. He lets go and walks away, leaving me in a daze. My entire hand is tingling from the encounter. I was not at all entire hand is tingling from the encounter I was not at all prepared for. It takes me a few seconds to realize something has been left behind. A tiny sticky note has been pressed into my palm, a single word written on it. Lake. I practically run down to the dock, thrilled to have been asked here by Samuel, but as I approach, I notice that Tom and Peter have joined us too. Aww. My heart falls a bit, but really this is what I wanted, to find out what they were talking about. Hey, finally managed to get away from Mr. Wiley. Good. That guy will not go away. What is it you wanted to tell me? All three boys step a little closer. I do too, leaning in close in anticipation. The three of us decided that we should hold a meeting among the leaders of the band tonight.
We need a plan.
Oh, Tom. I love how Tom has really good leadership skills. But I understand why he's like, I don't want to be a leader. I just want to goof off, which is that's him. That's just him. But he could be a really good leader. He shows it, especially in his route. Gosh, I forgot my Tom voice. I used to have a really pretty good Tom voice. I just don't remember how to do it. It doesn't seem like Wiley's letting us leave anytime soon. I think it's time to take matters into our own hands. We need some kind of plan in case no one comes for us. A shiver goes off my spine at those words. What's the plan? We'll talk about that later. For now, we need to set a time and place and gather the section leaders.
Listen.
Can you help us flag down the rest of the section leaders, Jelly? It'll sound more official if it's coming from you. Of course.
Thanks.
How does 10 p.m. tonight sound for the time? That's curfew, so no one else should be out at that late. Where should we hold it? The woods. The woods? The campground, to be precise. No one ever goes out there. It's highly unlikely Mr. Wiley will pay a visit.
Perfect.
Good thinking, Sam. It's set. 10 o'clock tonight in the woods. Until then, try and get this message out to the other section leaders. You can invite anyone else you deem trustworthy too. Can I bring Susie?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Great. We better get to work. There's not much time before practice starts. Make sure you all grab a drink and a bite to eat too.
What?
Wow, a secret meeting? Why do I suddenly feel like I'm in a movie? Well, you're in a game, so... Because our life got so nuts out of nowhere? Well, I'll definitely be there. I hope it's okay if I ask Felicity too. You can bring along anyone you deem trustworthy. Good. Felicity is the definition of trustworthy. That's news to me. Before band practice, I managed to corner Marion, hidden behind the potties. There's no way Mr. Wiley would see us. Or smell us. And seeing as you're a leader, we'd like you to be there. Fine, I'll come. But if we get caught, I'm not going to be a happy camper. I'm sure we won't get caught. We're going to be careful. They're going to get caught. That's foreshadowing right there. They're going to get caught. Okay then. However, I don't see how a couple of high schoolers are going to come up with a way to escape this compound. In case you haven't noticed, nothing gets in, so that means nothing gets out either. There's nothing I can say that'll change her mind, so I don't bother arguing. I utter a hasty farewell and head to practice. As I'm glued to my podium for the majority of the time, there's little I can do to spread the news. While I have this decent vantage point, I sweep my gaze over the band, my eyes finding the leaders of each section. Pop-Tart! What now?
I have a complaint.
Your horn angle is drooping towards the ground. Are you performing for ants or for the people in the stands? There are no people in the stands. Not my point. Correct his angle, Olive.
Pop-Tart!
If you can't keep your mellophone up, we'll have to attach weights to it again.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just tired. Suddenly I have a feeling that nobody told Clark about the meeting. I can't see Peter, Tom, or Samuel purposefully seeking him out. How much do I want to bet that they left me to deal with him? I wait for a usual break before we run through.
Everyone, get set.
Okay, set up for a run. Wait, what about a water break? You'll be fine. A chorus of complaints rise from my peers at once. Hey, the sooner you shut up and get set, the sooner you get water. Hop to it. The complaining lessens to a grumbling as everyone obeys. I close my eyes and think as I wait for them to get ready. Why haven't our parents come for us? I wonder what could be going through my mom's mind, and I want to cry. I hope she's not worrying about me.
Get set.
Damn, I might need to grab some water. I raise my hands and conduct robotically, my mind still very far away. I don't even know if it was good performance or not. Mr. Wiley gives no indication either way when it's over.
All right.
Alrighty. See you tomorrow, bright and early. I wait for him to leave, but he hangs around for a while, humming to himself as he goes over his notes. He's making sneaking around behind his back very difficult, isn't he? Clark helps the pit clear out as usual. While he's grabbing a kettle drum to wheel away, I dart in and grab the one next to it. Clark, I need to talk to you.
What is it?
As we wheel the drums away from the field, I tell him of our secret meeting in whispers. I don't think Mr. Wiley has been acting too unusual. Are you sure this is warranted? I'm positive. It's time we went home, and if Mr. Wiley won't let us, then we'll find another way. You're not gonna tell him, are you?
No.
He's gonna tell him. I'll come to your meeting and see what you all have to say. After all, I want to go home too. Even though perfecting the show will all... there's his voice. Even though perfecting the show is also very important to me. Okay, see you there. I go to leave.
Well...
You're not going to help the pit get the rest of their things? Oh yeah, I guess I should do that. Sorry. Susie is already... Oh, excuse me. Susie is already there by the time I get back. There's 30 minutes until the meeting.
What a day.
I'm so tired, but I feel like I couldn't sleep if I tried. Do you want to head over early? No, I think we should wait a little longer. Mr. Wiley has been hanging around far too often for my liking these days. Okay. I wonder how much longer we're going to be stuck here. I didn't pack enough clothes for this. If it's any consolation, we're constantly sweaty and smelly during band camp, so it might not be too much different than usual. No way, stench multiplies, Jelly. Ugh, I seriously can't do this. Only when the clock reads 9:55 p.m. do we leave the safety of our room and venture into the dark of the night. We nod at each other in the darkness, and I feel adrenaline shoot through my veins. My heart leaps up and down in my chest. I'm wide awake now. I am going to grab some water really quick. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Susie and I tiptoe into the woods, quiet as mice. By the time we get there, most of everyone has gathered. As soon as I arrive, Samuel crosses over and stands at my side, so close our arms brush. At his touch, the air all around me buzzes, as though filled with static electricity. I breathe deeply and try to get my thumping heart under control.
Hey.
Good to see you. And you? Ooh, almost dropped my water bottle. Is everyone here? Looks like it. So, what's this all about?
We need a plan.
You already know what it's about. Mr. Wiley has trapped us here in band camp. We need to come up with some kind of escape plan. You got something in mind, Clark? I suppose I'll speak what's on my mind. I don't believe we need some sort of dramatic escape plan. We're in the middle of the woods and leaving Camp Bear Paw would be dangerous. I vote we stay here, continue working on the show, and leave when our parents inevitably come for us.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. They didn't come today. I doubt they'll show up tomorrow.
Yo.
My boy! It's my boy! My sweet sunshine! Love of my life. He's just like me, for real, for real. Maybe we can fire up the buses. Oh. What then? We drive them straight into the electric fence? Well, that would definitely get us out of here. It'd take us to a whole other plane of existence.
Yeah.
I don't see you coming up with any ideas. Exactly. We should do as I suggested. No way. I don't want to be stuck here forever.
Seriously?
You're not even a section leader. You don't get an opinion. Rude! I'm still older than you. If we can't all agree on something, how are we going to get the entire band to agree? All around me, my bandmates are bickering. I can hear at least 3 separate arguments going on. Their voices fill the air, too loud. Samuel stands silently beside me in sharp contrast to the chaos. That's it! Or, that's it! I step into the circle and clap my hands for attention. Everyone cuts their conversation short and looks to me annoyed. Samuel, tell them your idea. Sam's got an idea? Yes, and it's a good one. If it works, we won't have to leave the camp and risk the woods. I look purposefully at Clark. That should make him happy. Tell them, Samuel. Oh, I wanted to take a look at the radio tower and see what caused us to lose our signal. If we can get it back, we can call for help. We can call our parents to come pick us up. Or we could call the police. The police? The police? This is basically a kidnapping situation. Mr. Wiley is holding us here against our will. She says it so casually, but the words still fill me with dread. This isn't a kidnapping situation.
Correct.
That's right. We chose to be here. We didn't choose to stay here. I open my mouth to argue, but in the same instance, I realize I have no argument. The sound of feet trudging over twigs and leaves reaches my ears. By the expressions that fall over my friends' faces, I realize they can hear it too. Someone is coming. Oh no, we're getting the fuck out of here. We are running. There's no time to think. I mouth run at the others, and without saying a word, we all take off into the woods in different directions. God, this music is so intense. I run away from the sound of approaching footsteps, which quickly fade behind me. So does the ragged breathing of my friends. Somewhere off to my left, I see Susie and Felicity's forms flashing between the trees as they run, but they're quickly lost to the darkness. As I sprint, I take a look back to see his silhouette standing at the campsite, gazing towards the trees. Mr. Wiley. He was on to us from the start. I put on speed, knowing that if I can see him, he might be able to see me. I let the trees and the shadows of the cast consume me until I'm running blindly. Then, ouch! Ow, 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 and run right into... There you are. You okay? Samuel, I'm sorry, I couldn't see where I was going, and are you okay? He holds up a finger for silence. I immediately shut my mouth. Behind us, we can hear the swish of branches, the crunch of leaves, but who knows if it's Mr. Wiley or our fellow students making those sounds. Let's go. Samuel takes my hand in his, keeping low to the ground. We slowly continue to make our way through the woods. We move slowly, ducking behind thick tree trunks and making sure the coast is clear before crossing open ground. We don't see any of our friends in the woods. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps behind us picks up, approaching rapidly. Someone is sprinting toward us and does not care about how much noise they make. Panicked, I dive into some underbrush, dragging Samuel with me. We crouch in the greenery, looking at each other in silent horror. The footsteps grow louder, passing right by us. Peering through the leaves, I see him. Oh! Mr. Wiley stands inches away from our hiding place. Samuel squeezing my hand so tightly it hurts. Neither of us dare to breathe.
Know what you're up to.
I know you're out here. He takes a step closer to us, eyes searching the darkness. You can't hide from me. My lungs feel like they're about to burst. I have to breathe. Tom! Without missing a beat, Mr. Wiley charges towards the sound of Tom's voice. As the last trace of him disappears among the trees, Samuel and I leap to our feet and take off in the opposite direction. Eventually, we come out on the other side of the woods, back to civilization. We're the closest thing there is to civilization in the middle of nowhere. The warm glow from the buildings brings me comfort. I pause and revel in this feeling for safety that washes over me. We have to go back to our rooms. Agreed. Mr. Wiley may go looking there next. Do you think the others are okay? It sounded like it was Tom who screamed. I think they'll be okay, and they'll aim to do the same. We can't finish the meeting with Mr. Wiley hanging around. As for Tom, I'll go check in on him and Peter later. Alright, I hope they're okay. As we walk back to the lodge, I become aware that we're still holding hands. Only when we're standing in front of my room does Samuel finally let go and turn to face me.
Stay safe.
Oh, Sam. Take care of yourself, Jelly. I don't want anything happening to you. His words leave me speechless. It takes a couple seconds to remember how to form words again. I feel the same way about you. But what do we do now? We go to the radio tower tomorrow and try to get a signal. You and me, at the first opportunity. A thrill of excitement courses through me. Okay. Now you better get inside. We still have practice tomorrow. Right! With everything that happened, I completely forgot. Understandable. Good night, Samuel.
See ya.
Susie's not here. I hope she got away. I throw myself down on the bed with a sigh. No way I can fall asleep without knowing Susie is okay. 10 minutes pass, and right when I'm considering going out and looking for her, the door creaks open. Susie, thank God! I spring off the bed and rush to hug her. She's out of breath and shaking slightly. It was Mr. Wiley, Jelly. He was the one in the woods. I know, I saw him. He didn't catch you, did he? Almost. I was with Tom and Felicity. Just when I thought we were safe, Tom stepped on Bandit and screamed. I'm pretty sure he came for us, but we were out of there instantly. We circled around the entire camp to steer clear of him. It took forever to get back. I'm glad you're okay. I give her another hug for good measure. Right, let's turn off the lights. I'm sure Mr. Wiley will be coming here next. You're right. We rush to turn off the lights and close the blinds, plunging the room into darkness. We use the lights from our phones to change into our pajamas and brush our teeth. Oh. I keep both ears peeled, and at one point, I'm certain I can hear footsteps pass by our door. But whether it's Mr. Wiley or a student returning to their room, I don't know. I just struggle getting to sleep that night. Every little sound sets me on edge. I listen to Susie's quick, shallow breathing and know that she's still awake as well. A full hour passes before exhaustion catches up with me, and I finally plunge into a deep, dreamless blackness. Alright, we gotta save. Alright, we are on... Sorry, I'm looking back. Sorry, I'm looking ahead at the guide because I'm curious. When I get to the field that day, it's almost a collective sigh of relief when all the section leaders reunite. Standing here in daylight, it almost seems like what happened 10 hours ago was a mere dream. Our relief is short-lived when Mr. Wiley soon appears and launches a long-winded basic session. When he's nearby, the air feels a little bit harder to breathe. Wherever he goes, tension follows.
All right.
Excuse me. Great basic session. Grab a water and let's set up the closer. For whatever reason, he doesn't bring up the topic of what happened last night in the woods. Fine by me. On the sidelines, I approach Tom and Peter. Between sips of water, I quickly relay the plan. Samuel and I are going to go check out the radio tower today. We'll let you know if... Whoa, why are you all sitting down? Because you gave us a water break? I said grab a water. Grab a water and bring it on the field with you so we don't have to waste time on breaks today. There's too much to do. Groaning and dragging our feet, we get back to work. At least the weather is bearable, but 2 straight weeks of camp has left us with extremely sore muscles to contend with. There's an audible crack from my bones when I raise my arms to conduct. Speaking of which, my neck is hurting right now. I tell myself that by the end of the day, if we manage to solve the mystery of the missing signal, I'll be able to hear my mom's voice again and she'll be coming to pick me up. Oh, Sabrina, my girl. The cafeteria feels stuffy today, so we eat outside and enjoy the breeze, but everyone is too tired to speak much. So, when are you two venturing into the radio tower?
Pay attention.
Keep it down. I saw Mr. Wiley at the buffet. He's still hanging around? We'll head over when practice is over and Mr. Wiley is tucked away in his cottage, when we know for sure he won't catch us. Maybe you should enlist in some spies. Who wants to be a spy?
Oh,
That sounds fun. We can keep an eye on Mr. Wiley and let you know when the coast is clear. Just go tonight when you know he's asleep. That would be, He trails off staring at something over my shoulder. Crap, it's Mr. Wiley? I whirl around in my seat. Oh, whew. It's just Doug. Did he hear our conversation? If he did, he doesn't mention it. He's too busy staring intently at Peter. Is there something on my face? Doug's eyes flickered to Sabrina and back to Peter. So, you two are dating now, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Bit slow on the uptake, aren't you? We only started dating a few days ago, Peter. Treat her right, man.
Huh?
Excuse me? Huh? Dude, look at Tom's face. That's, yeah. If I had a chance to do it all over again, I'd make sure to treat her better. I would work hard not to piss her off so much and be the kind of boyfriend she deserves. So be good to her, Parker. You dated Sabrina? Who's Sabrina? I'm Sabrina! Oh my god, oh, I knew it. He's mistaking her for Marion. Oh, poor guy.
My bad.
What? Oh, my bad. I was wondering why you weren't wearing your glasses. Doug wanders away, leaving everyone confused. In the corner of my eye, I notice movement. Marion is sitting unnoticed in the shade of a nearby tree, eyes impossibly wide. That was weird.
jeez.
Can you believe him? Oh, Sabrina, the nerve. Yeah, that must be hard, being a twin and like, well, I don't have to deal with this, but like I can sympathize. Like being a twin and then like everyone confusing you. I'm usually pretty good at telling twins apart. My mom is a twin and she's not an identical twin technically. I talked about this last time. She's technically a fraternal twin, but her and my aunt look like identical twins. They look different enough, honestly, but they still, like, when they were younger, I think they definitely looked a lot more alike. And so like I got pretty good at telling twins apart, because when I was also in school, when I was in like elementary school, like we had like 3 sets of twins. Like in my grade, we had 3 sets of twins. A pair of fraternal twins and then 2 sets of identical twins. So I got pretty good at telling twins apart. And like I've had several sets of twins when I was in as a teacher, like in my classes. And there's only been 1 set of twins I have not been able to tell, the difference, because they just look so much alike. And they were also in the same class too. Like they were in the same class. So it's not like I could differentiate, oh, your lesson time is this time, you're with this teacher, and your lesson time is at this time, so I could tell the difference between the two. No. Yeah, it was bad. Now why is my hold up? I think I need to reset my avatar, reset the position. There we go. Okay, that's better. But yeah, being a twin and then like everyone just like mistaking you for your sibling, that's rough. After lunch are the mandatory sectionals Mr. Wiley prescribed. As usual, my duty is to take my rounds and check that everyone is doing what's expected of them. Are we still doing section songs? Huh? Oh, I had completely forgotten about that. But we put so much work into them.
Chill.
Calm down, Alec. Calm down, Alex. We'll do a quick run of our song to keep it fresh, but once that's done, we should work on the show music. Sammy's right. We've got to focus on making sure the best to compete, remember? Alex glares at the ground. Ugh! I'm sick of the show. I'm sick of marching band. Join the club, kid. Ah, Jelly, there you are. I didn't see you while I was making my rounds. You were making rounds too? Yep, I have an announcement to make. I need everyone in the band room for it. And what is this announcement? He waggles a finger teasingly. Patience, Jelly. You'll find out when everyone else does. Now I'm starting to think Mr. Wiley is bipolar. Before I was trying so hard to pull him out of his depression, hating to see him like that. Now I think I'd prefer to his maniacally happy... Now I think I'd prefer that to this maniacally happy Mr. Wiley that pretends everything is fantastic. Not wanting him to be near him, I hide in the girls' bathroom until it's just time for the announcement. I'm among the last to enter the room. Is everyone here? Even the pit? Yes, we're all here, Mr. Wiley.
I have an announcement to make.
I love that audio bit. Oh, is this the mandatory fun? Yes, it is. This evening, we'll be holding a very special event to unify the band and build morale. This event will be... Oh, it's different. A cooking competition. I want everyone to pair off into teams of 2, then use your creativity and what ingredients you have in your rooms to construct a meal. Tonight, we'll hold a big feast of what you've concocted. Doesn't that sound fun? I'm calling it the Hungry Games.
You're going down!
Oh my god, Tom is just like me, for real, for real. Yes! I always had a arena plan in case I was ever reaped. My time to shine.
Thomas.
Hungry Games, Tom, not Hunger Games. As much as I might want to, forcing you kids to fight to the death would be illegal. Any other time, I'm sure the band would have been thrilled to have this special event. That is, if it hadn't been after weeks of hard work and it hadn't been a cooking competition. But all I have in my room is Pop-Tarts. Can we use the kitchens? No! The warden wouldn't like a bunch of kids trashing his kitchen. Make do with what you have. But how are we supposed to...
Yeah.
I know, you're tired, so get some rest and grab an early dinner. I'll see you outside in the Commons in an hour. Oh, And this event is mandatory. See you soon! Wow. I instantly head to my friends.
That's crazy.
Oh, excuse me. How are we supposed to make anything decent without proper ingredients or access to a kitchen? What are you thinking, Samuel?
What a surprise.
Doesn't it feel like this is Mr. Wiley's way of distracting us from getting anything done? Dividing up like this and giving us a job to do while he keeps an eye on us? That crossed my mind too, but he can't watch us 24/7. The radio tower isn't going anywhere, so let's do as he says for now. During dinner, everyone in band works on partnering up. I sit next to Samuel and eat quietly, listening to the teams forming around me. Excuse me. Keep hiccuping. I can't believe Eugene already partnered up with Barry. You didn't even ask me.
Susie.
It's okay, Susie. You and I are gonna kill it.
You're going down.
Peter and I are gonna kill it too, but not in the good kind of way.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Yo, Jelly, wanna be my partner? I dropped my spoon into my cookie dough ice cream, surprised by Alex's sudden proposal.
Nah.
She's already with me. Figures. I smiled to myself. Samuel and I hadn't even discussed it, but somehow the fact that we were partners went unspoken between us. I pop another spoonful of ice cream into my mouth, and it tastes sweeter than before. So, what I love about the cookie dough ice cream thing is that's actually my favorite flavor. I love cookie dough ice cream. Can we form a group of 3? I think everyone's already paired off. You don't have a partner, Alex? Neither do I. Want to be partners? Thank goodness for Pop-Tart.
No.
What? No! Gross! Alex, partner up with him. Your section leader commands you. Ugh, fine! Keep him out of trouble, Pop-Tart. Yes, sir. Oh, I love Pop-Tart. I cannot wait to do his route. I love him. He's so cute. It's been almost an hour. We should finish up. Where did Mr. Wiley say to meeting? Outside the commons. When we step outside, we spot Mr. Wiley setting up tables for the banquet and covering each one with a tablecloth. Lazy band students stand back and watch him work.
Sir.
Mr. Wiley, do you need any help with that?
Clark.
I've got it, Clark. Let go. Clark backs off and stands next to Olive. Oh, are they partnered up? That's an interesting duo. They're cousins. They're cousins. Olive's eyes shift to our direction, scrutinizing us. Are you two a couple? What about it? Huh? What about it, Olive? Why do you care so much? No! I mean, yes, we're partners.
You might as well give up.
Clark and I got this in the bag.
Ha ha!
That's right. Get ready to taste defeat, Jelly.
Really?
Don't get too confident. I know a thing or two about cooking. So do I. My dad's a baker. Well, good luck with that, considering we're not allowed to use an oven. Olive snickers, jabbing Clark with a finger to get him to join in. He wiggles out of her reach with a grimace. Don't touch me. You're no fun. I roll my eyes. Behind me, I hear whispering. I love them. They're so cute. Look at them. Listen to those fools. They're never gonna see us coming.
All right.
Everyone here, gather around with your partners. We do so, intent on hearing what he has to say. Let's see, it's 4:30 p.m. right now. At 8 p.m., I want you all back here with your dishes ready for taste testing and the banquet. Use the time allotted to figure out which dish you want to make, find ingredients, and make your meal. What if we don't have ingredients? As I said before, no taken from the warden store in the kitchen. Instead, I encourage you to trade amongst yourselves. This will build band bonding and teach you how to compromise. Yeah, this is a great learning opportunity. It sounds like he's trying to convince himself as much as he's trying to convince us. What do we get if we win? The feeling that you succeeded and the admiration of your... Everyone groans. Fine, fine. How about winners can sit out of Monday's basics block session? Happy now? The groaning subsides. Yeesh, what a bunch of whiners. If there are no other questions, let's get started. Remember to do your best and have fun. The Hunger Games begins now! He bangs a gong that I hadn't noticed before. Oh gosh. A couple of gung-ho students take off running, realize they don't have a destination in mind, and double back. I turn to Samuel, who turns to me expectantly in the same instant. Well, where should we go first? I don't have any good snacks in my room. I might have something we can work with. While I grab it, why don't you head to the cafeteria and see if there's anything there? But Mr. Wiley said we can't use what's in the kitchens.
Doesn't matter.
True. But what about the food left out in the buffet? Oh, good thinking. Meet you back here in 10 minutes. When I get there, I spot Clark and Olive sniff around the buffet. Clearly they had the same idea. I better be quick about it. I wander up to the buffet tables, looking for something we can use, but most of it has already been cooked. An icky-looking sheen is beginning to settle on the lukewarm food. Ugh. Nothing sticks out to me as a usable ingredient. Maybe we could use a soft serve ice cream? Oh! At the end of the line, by the stale bagels that were set out this morning, a block of unopened cream cheese is sitting in a cooler. I sidle over and snatch it up before Clark and Olive can steal it. You got the cream cheese, made from the most popular cow in the herd. I see them eyeing me from afar, but I tuck the cream cheese behind my back, hiding it from view. It's still cold. We can definitely use this. I slip out of the cafeteria and jog back to our meeting place. I get there first, but Samuel appears within 2 minutes, holding a bag of something green. What are those? Jalapeno peppers from my mom's garden. You brought jalapenos to band camp? For a snack?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I love munching on these babies. The hotter the better. And they go great in anything, particularly grilled cheese. My eyes water at the thought. Nevertheless, this is a fantastic ingredient to have on our side. Are we gonna make jalapeno poppers? Because you can do jalapenos with cream cheese. You got the jalapenos, fresh ingredients straight from the garden of Mrs. Robinson. Mrs. Robinson. Did you find anything? Yeah, check it out. I present my cream cheese to him proudly, his eyes light up.
Nice one.
Wow, I was right. Pepper poppers. This is excellent, Jelly. Cream cheese and jalapenos can be put together to make pepper poppers. Well done. Same to you, Samuel. I feel like we need one more topping, though. Might as well check what we have in my room. Maybe there's something there we can use. The door is open when we get there. Susie and Felicity are already inside, sorting through the snacks Susie brought with her to Camp Bear Paw. Susie looks to be deep in thought. We put my chocolate pudding and cookies with your gummy worms. We could make dirt pudding. I peek into my store of food, but nothing jumps out as being useful, and my heart falls. Why didn't I bring bacon with me to band camp? That would have been perfect. What were you going to do with bacon, girl? What? Though, truthfully, if I had brought bacon with me to camp, I probably would have eaten it all by now.
Hey!
Hey, you two. Having any luck? So far, so good. We show them our jalapenos and cream cheese. Whoa, jalapenos! Would you like to trade for our chocolate cream-filled cookies? She thrust up the box at me, eyes shining with hope. Oh, I don't know. What do you think, Samuel? It's your call, Jelly. Those cookies was a pair with cream cheese just as well as the jalapenos. We can work with either. Okay, so it's up to me. Trade for the cookies. If it's okay with you, I'd love to take the cookies. If we could find some white chocolate chips, we'd have the 3 ingredients we need to make cookie balls. Great! Thanks, Jelly! Sammy hands her the bag of jalapenos, and I take the package of chocolate cookies. You got the chocolate cookies. The creamy center is fun to lick, but it's best to resist doing that in public.
Susie?
The Oreos. What about the dirt pudding, Susie? This will be much better. We can make some kind of spicy salsa and pair it with my chips. As we step outside, I feel my heart fall a little. Why are you frowning? You just gave away your mom's jalapenos for cookies. Trust me, it's not a big deal. We always grow more jalapenos than we know what to do with. And I'll still get to eat them if Susie makes that spicy salsa. You sure it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Positive. He touches my arm briefly and my uncertainty melts away. Where to next? No idea. Get back here, you bad girl! What the? I knew it, Bandit. Best character in the game. Mr. Wiley's son suddenly comes charging by, hot on the ring tail of his pet raccoon. Something flashes silver in Bandit's jaws. Mr. Wiley makes a dramatic dive for it and tears his whistle out of her teeth. He puts it back in his rightful place, panting and glaring down at Bandit, who glowers back indignantly. Bad raccoon, bad! No more treats for you! He shakes the bag of marshmallows in her face. Bandit immediately changes her tune, balancing on her hind legs and pawing at Mr. Wiley's shorts. Her ears pricked up, her eyes round with pleading. No, bad raccoons don't get treats. Bandit brings her paws together, making a begging motion. It's so cute. A small aw slips past my list. Mr. Wiley gets a start, having only just noticed us standing there. Jelly, good timing. Will you take these and use them in your dish? Don't worry, they're not opened. He passes me the bag of marshmallows. Bandit makes a little leap as if to grab them, but her claws only scrape the bag uselessly. You sure about this? Bandit reaches up and grips my shorts in her paws almost desperately. Don't give her any, no matter how nicely she asks you. She doesn't deserve any. I try to step away, but Bandit continues to cling on to me like it's her last lifeline. Sorry, I'm trying to plug in my iPad at the same time. Alright. I can practically hear her pleading. Oh please, can't you spare a single marshmallow? I haven't eaten in weeks. Come on now, let her go, Bandit. We're gonna go back to the cottage. He scoops the raccoon and drags her away from me as she spits in a protest. I sigh in relief once they're gone. You got the marshmallows, a sweet treat that has been confiscated from a misbehaving raccoon and can be used in a variety of desserts.
Cool.
Cool. Free ingredient. We can work with this. Yeah, too bad it's Bandit's favorite snack. Oh, too bad Bandit's favorite snack isn't white chocolate chips. That would have been better. You know what? I might know somewhere we can find white chocolate chips. Really? Come on. His dorm. Samuel leads me around to the other side of the building. It doesn't take me long to realize we're headed for his room. You have white chocolate? Nope. My roommate. Throws open the door. Oh, this is the first time I've seen this room. Doug!
Hey.
What up? Look past him to see a mountain of food piled on his bed. Marion and Sabrina are already there, perusing Doug's goods while Aaron watches them like a hawk. Aaron, my boy, Aaron! Wow, look at all this. I step over a pair of crumpled pineapple boxers and make my way to Doug's bed, marveling at his wares. Damn, he's a messy guy. That's okay though. Me too. I wouldn't say messy, he's like cluttered. Countless jars of salsa, bottles of maple syrup, a tower of shredded cheese packets, and more energy drinks in one place than I've ever seen in my life. My boy, my sweet summer child. Don't get too excited. We'll only trade if you have something good to give us in return.
Listen.
Doug, I've seen you eating chocolate chips. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love chocolate chips. Do you happen to have any white chocolate chips? I do. Doug reaches into the heart of the massive pile and pulls out half a bag of white chocolate chips, twisted shut with a clothespin. You're in luck. These are my last ones. Then give them to us. Oh! We need them for the I almost said lasagna. Lasagna we're making. You're making lasagna with white chocolate in it? Pop-Tart lasagna. I see. I'm not going to touch a single food item at this banquet. Not so fast. We were here first. Technically, we were here first. Yet, I see nothing but junk food and disappointment. Let's go, Brina. Thanks anyway, Doug. You're welcome. Sorry couldn't help. Oh, my boy, Aaron. You can still help us. I reach for the bag of chocolate chips, but Aaron immediately blocks me. I said, come back when you have something good to trade. We have marshmallows.
I'm not interested.
LOL. I don't like marshmallows. No, please, you're wasting our time. How about... I sift through my bag. You can have this Pop-Tart. He ushers the four of us out the room and closes the door in our face. Yeah, how rude. How did the two of you know Doug had white chocolate? Oh, how did the two of you know Doug had white chocolate chips? Be careful what you say. You never know who's listening. Weirdo. Stop being a creep, Pop. We've got business to conduct. Did you say you have marshmallows? We do. Alex and Pop-Tart exchange a thrilled glance. That would be perfect. Even better than white chocolate. We could toast them on top of the lasagna. Hold up. We want the marshmallows.
Shut up.
Back off. No, you back off. Rip Alex. Marion looms over Alex, glaring down at him with eyes like lasers. Alex shrinks away. Hey, there's no need for that, Mari. Yeah, let Jelly and Samuel decide who to give the marshmallows to. We'll give you this bottle of raspberry iced tea for them. We're going to trade it to Doug, but he didn't have anything we wanted. We'll give you, this jar of peanut butter. Take the iced tea. Doug loves iced tea. Yeah, I doubt Aaron does, and he obviously is the one in control. Take my peanut butter. I choose the raspberry iced tea, because that's what the guide told me to do. Oh, I forgot my dog is sitting there at my feet. I almost kicked him. Good choice. You got the raspberry iced tea, Doug's infamous form of fuel for marching band.
Not fair.
I just splashed myself in the face for my water bottle. Thanks for nothing.
Yay.
Let's make s'mores, Mari. Ooh, or Rice Krispie treats. You need to like heat up the marshmallows to do that. Like microwave them. Girls leave with a smile on their face while the boys drag their feet back to the room. Back to Doug. Brought you an offering. It better be good. I'll hold up the bottle of iced tea. Deal! Next thing I know, the iced tea is taken from me and the bag of white chocolate chips lands on my hands with a loud whack. Hold it, Doug. You've got gallons of the stuff. Why would you trade for it? I only have lemon flavored, not raspberry.
Oh, this sucks.
We're supposed to be partners. I didn't agree to this. Samuel tugs my arm lightly and we sneak out of the room before the two of them can change their minds. Oh, poor Aaron. Poor guy. We're at the cafeteria to concoct our masterpiece. Oh, I wonder how they're gonna make all this without, like, the kitchen. Like, that kind of sucks. He's like, oh, it's a cooking competition, but not really because you can't use the kitchen. Gosh, it's so hard to drink from this water bottle now that I got my septum pierced and I've got this jewelry on that like hits the water bottle like every time. Boom, boom, boom. Don't forget to wash your hands. I would never forget. Crap, I'm glad he reminded me. I'll let you take the lead on this. How do we make the cookie balls? Just follow my lead. Together we crush up the chocolate cookies and then mix them in a bowl with the cream cheese. Once the two ingredients are good and blended, we shape them into balls. After that, we head back to my room and stick our cookies in the mini fridge to harden up. Once they're cold enough, we'll spread the last ingredient on top. I'm looking forward to trying them. I sit on my bed to wait. Samuel sits next to me. Suddenly, I feel my heart rate picking up. I search desperately for something to talk about. Before I can get a word out, the door opens.
Aww.
Oh, look at the two of you. Oops, we're not interrupting, are we? Not at all. We weren't doing anything. We're waiting for the ball. Hold up, hold up, hold up. This is a screenshot. This is a screenshot moment right here. Oh my god. This is hilarious. I love this. Where should I put this? That is hilarious. I love that. I'm childish, but that's fucking hilarious to me. Both girls stare at me and I resist from smacking my head against my forehead. We made cookie balls. They're in the fridge. Susie and Felicity peek inside. Oh, yum! I love cookie balls. You're lucky you had Sammy on your team to help you, Jelly.
Good thinking.
Actually, Jelly took the lead on this. He looks at me proudly. I feel a blush rising in my cheeks as I puff out my chest importantly. I'll let you know if your balls were any good later. Oh my god, girl! Felicity winks at Samuel, but he gives no reaction. I would have been like, bitch. Just been like, We continue to wait on our cookies, keeping one eye on the clock, but we're doing good on time. Susie and Felicity are making progress as well. We watch them argue over how to make the best salsa. Once we've had enough, we head back to the cafeteria to finish our cookies. Oh, my little puppy is asleep. Oh, he's right at my feet. He's a little chihuahua. Now for our third ingredient. We melt the white chocolate in a dusty microwave, then put a dollop on each cookie. With both of us working together, we're finished within minutes. Can I try one? Nope! It's gotta go back in the fridge. Dang. Don't worry, not much longer to wait. The sun eventually sets and 8 p.m. approaches. Samuel and I keep the cookies in the fridge until the last minute possible, then bring them to the banquet. By the time we get there, most of the band has already congregated and put their dishes on the table. Some kids look sheepish, while others lift their chins proudly. I am among the latter as I set the cookies down with a flourish.
Smooth.
This actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. Some of this food actually looks edible. Right you are, Samuel. Jelly, will you come with me, please? What? Why me? You can be my fellow judge. You mean I have to try all of this food? Yep. Too bad Garth isn't here. He would have made a good judge, too. Who should be our number 3? I'll be a judge. Perfect. Thanks, Tom. I wish being a judge was optional. I steal my stomach as I'm faced with 20-some different dishes to sample. That one's mine. Tom proudly points to a pot of overcooked ramen noodles, half-melted blobs of cheddar cheese, bob in the greasy depths of its soupy concoction. That sounds disgusting. Oh my god. That is... Bleh. Why? God. It's Hamburger Helper. Okay, I think the Tom voice is kinda coming back. Sans the hamburger. It's Helper. Help yourself. Oh my god. Help yourselves. You got this, Jelly. I believe in you. Sorry. You got this, Jelly. I believe in you. It was nice knowing you. You'd better not be biased in your judgment. The band watches as Mr. Wiley, Tom, and I sample each dish. I take the tiniest bites possible of the more questionable looking ones, screwing my face up against the taste. The band laughs each time, chattering excitedly amongst themselves. Okay, let's end the sampling with the taste of these cookies. He pops a chocolate cookie ball into his mouth, eating it whole. Holy smokes, that's good. Mmm. Tom's little face, he's so cute. Tom reaches for another one, but Mr. Wiley slaps his hand away. Save some for everyone else, Tom. Kiddos, help yourselves to the banquet while the three of us figure out who won. Mr. Wiley pulls me and Tom away from the others. Alright, okay, so here's what I think. He lists off the best dishes. I'm momentarily surprised by his choice, but then realize I have to agree with him. The winners are clear. Sounds good to me. Great. He straightens up and clears his throat. Listen up, the judges have made their decision. In third place, Clark and Olive with their tasty tuna melts.
What?
What? Third?
Huh. Well, at least we placed, I guess.
In second place, Susie and Felicity with their spicy jalapeno salsa.
Woohoo!
Yay, we did it!
Love ya.
Thanks again for the Thanks again for the jalapeno peppers, Sammy. And in first place with a score of 99.99, Jelly and Samuel with their chocolate cookie balls.
Really?
We won? We did! Gripped by the moment, I throw myself at Samuel and hug him, jumping up and down as I do. Then I realize what I'm doing and immediately let go. Good job.
Nice one.
Good job yourself. He pulls me back into the hug and gives me a small squeeze. I smile into his chest, hiding my blush in his shirt. Ooh. Ooh. As for the spectacularly worst dish of the night, congratulations, Pop-Tart and Alex, on your Pop-Tart lasagna.
Huh?
Really? Ours didn't lose?
Ugh.
I told you it was a terrible idea, Pop-Tart. Bandit seems to like it. He points to where Bandit has climbed on the table, her snout buried deep in the lasagna. What? Bandit! Don't eat that! You'll get sick! Everyone chuckles as Mr. Wiley rushes to shoo Bandit away. She's covered in Pop-Tart jam, peanut butter, and who knows what else. And that concludes the Hunger Games. Thank you for participating. We all clap and cheer. Stuck in the moment, I almost forgot that Mr. Wiley has trapped us here and is trying to distract us from that fact. Almost. The banquet stretches on until 10 p.m. when Mr. Wiley reminds everyone that curfew has arrived. Now, I know you have off tomorrow, but I want you to get plenty of rest so you're fresh for week 3. Got it? Everyone nods. By the look on their faces, they're beginning to come back down to the reality of band camp, too. Have a good night.
I'll walk you back.
Oh, thanks, Sam. Thanks, I'm bushed. Alright. Huh? Alright, sorry. I was messaging my partner. They're studying for a very important engineering exam that they need for their, I think it's like a certification or something. I make big show of yawning just in case Mr. Wiley's still lurking about. Good night, Samuel.
See ya.
Good night. He leans in close, lowering his voice to whisper. Meet me by the electric fence at midnight. A thrill runs through me. We're still doing this. Wide-eyed and breathless, I merely nod. Samuel pulls away and departs into the darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Well, is it still going down? Yes, midnight tonight. You sure you don't need a spy to keep an eye out for Mr. Wiley? I'm getting like Sabrina and Susie voice, kind of mix. You sure you don't need a spy to keep an eye out for Mr. Wiley? It's so late at night and it's been such a long day. I think we'll be safe. Okay. Good luck, Jelly. Okay, so this just reminds me, Susie is a real one. Like, she's BFF, bestie. Ah! Knocked over one of my pop figures on my desk. Bestie for life. My ride or die. I love her. And I love the bit of, like, actually the big chunk of Cadence lore. Oh my goodness. The lore for, like, Cadence, you get her backstory in Tom's route. Like, you get a lot. And it was interesting. Oh, my poor doggy. Oh. Susie changes into pajamas, but I keep my day clothes on. We turn off the light and climb into bed. I lay awake for a long time. Oh, my nose. Staring at the ceiling and listening to Susie's breathing slow. Gosh, that's terrifying. Around 11 p.m., I hear footsteps pass by the outside our door. Could it be Mr. Wiley, patrolling to see if we're still asleep? Like good little children? The thought makes me shiver. By the time midnight rolls around, all is quiet. With the stealth of a cat, I slip out of bed and tiptoe to the door. As I leave, I make sure to lock it behind me. The lights and all of the windows are off. Everyone is asleep. I look in the direction of Mr. Wiley's cottage, but the trees are too thick to make anything of it. Still, if he had a light on, I think I would see it. I'm safe to begin my trek. Camp Bear Paw seems darker than ever, even more so than the night before. At least I knew my friends were moving about in the forest then. Now it's only me on my way to meet Samuel. Tiny, scared voice in the back of my mind whispers, "What if he doesn't come?" But I know he will. As I step out of the woods, a fierce rustling makes me jump. I look around widely, only to realize the sound is coming from above. Squinting in the trees, I see the silhouette of a large bird. Two bulbous eyes appear at me unblinkingly from the shadowy branches, and I suppress a shudder.
Hey.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. No, it's fine. I was having staring contests with an owl. Hello? Did that not send? So hold up. Alright. I'm good. I go to point, but the owl suddenly spreads its wings and takes to the air. It sweeps over our heads and past the fence, its flight unnervingly silent. We watch it go until it vanishes among the distant trees. Wish we could get out here that easily. We might be able to. Side by side, we set off for the radio tower. I'm so glad... Oh, God, not that music. Oh, no. What's wrong? What if it's locked? Only one way to find out. I always wondered about this tower when I played the other routes, because I was like, why don't they just go try to check the tower? Together, we head up the stairs. Samuel tries the door. It opens and we both let out a huge breath I hadn't realized I was holding. He smiles at me.
Smooth.
Ladies first. I've never been inside a radio tower. I don't know what I was expecting. Ugh. Samuel and I walk slowly up a dark staircase, our footsteps echoing off the walls. A chill crawls up my spine and I resist the urge to take Samuel's hand to make sure he's still with me. I tell myself we're safe here. Mr. Wiley is fast asleep. Nothing can get in or out of the camp. We are safe. We can do this. We step into a cramped room. There's not much here. A few machines, a table, some boxes. My heart sinks as I look around the sparse room and wonder what to do next. What's that? Samuel points to something on the table. It's a small black box with a number of antennae poking out of it. We approach cautiously. There's a small blinking red light on it, as well as a power switch. It's set to on. Is that a bomb? No, it's definitely not. Sorry, I'm just really nervous right now. Samuel takes my hands in his, rubbing the knuckles soothingly with his thumbs. Don't worry, we're gonna be fine.
Nothing will happen to you as long as I'm here.
I love that plucking at my heartstrings. I smile shakily, and he lets go of my hands and turns back to the black box to observe it, while I continue to cling on to his words, letting them calm me. I think this is a cell phone jammer. He picks it up and turns it over in his hands. If that's what it is, it would explain a lot. These are used to cancel out the communication between our cell phones and radio towers. I remember hearing a story about a man who used one of those to block people from using their phones while driving, but he blocked emergency calls while doing so and wound up in deep trouble.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're illegal. I can't believe this. Why would Mr. Wiley actively prevent us from contacting our families? I don't know, but we suspected he was up to something for a while, didn't we? Now we have proof. Did you bring your phone? I forgot mine. Pull my phone out of my pocket and check the screen. Still no signal.
Ready.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Because if it turns off and then Mr. Wiley's phone starts going off and, like, buzzing and, like, crazy, he's going to know that it got turned off. Gosh. I'm going to turn this off. Ready? I take a deep breath, cross my fingers, and nod. Face set with determination, Samuel flips the switch to off. I don't dare breathe and keep my eyes glued to my phone. 5 seconds pass. 10. Then a signal. My head whips up and I shove my phone in Samuel's face, thrilled beyond belief. It worked!
We did it.
We're going home. I don't quite know what happens next. One moment, I'm bouncing up and down with the phone in my hand, Samuel's arms around me. Oh, hold up. What? I was not ready for that. Whoo! I was not ready for that. Hold up. Hold the fucking phone. Whew. It's CG time. Suddenly, our lips are pressed together. My phone is no longer in my hands. Instead, I'm gripping the back of Samuel's shirt. One of his arms is wrapped around the small of my back, pulling me close. I feel his other hand on my back of my head, winding his fingers through my hair. Ooh! His kiss is full of passion, the same passion I see in him when he plays the saxophone. Finally, this unspoken thing between us has been made clear. I no longer have to wonder. With one kiss, all of my fears and doubts are chased away. I trust Samuel. It's as he said. Nothing bad will happen so long as he is by my side, and I will look after him as well. As we slowly pull away from one another, I'm overwhelmed by emotion. Words burst from me before I can stop them. I know what happened to you last spring. I know that you lost and that hurt you, but I want you to know I'm not going anywhere. I care about you. I'm going to stay by your side and make you smile every day that I can. I'm blushing harder than ever before at my declaration. The words sound silly spoken odd, but I want him to know how I feel. I want him to know that he doesn't have to be alone all this time. All the time. That I'll chase away his sadness or even share it with him if that's what he needs. However, Samuel lowers his gaze and becomes quiet. I wait for him to speak, standing on pins and needles. How do you know about that? Peter mentioned it. I put the pieces together. He says nothing. He said it happened at the Mayfair last spring after your performance with the jazz band. That's right. Peter and I stepped away to grab a snow cone. A vendor had parked their ice cream truck at the top of a hill, but they forgot to put the brake on. The truck came rolling down the hill. It crashed right into where we had been playing moments earlier. My heart goes cold. Samuel brings one hand to his pained face as he recalls the scene. It happened right next to me. I was only a few feet away, but there was nothing I could do. If only I'd reached out, been a little quicker. He chokes on his words. Then I tug him tightly, feeling tears rise in my eyes. How hard it must be to watch someone you love torn from you right before your eyes. No wonder Sam was in so much pain. I can't even imagine. I struggle to find words of comfort. I'm telling you, I think like I think his grandfather. His grandfather died. I don't think it was the girl. If it was the girl, then I've been wrong this entire time. But I know it's easy to blame yourself, but what if you had gotten hurt, Samuel? You could have died. Imagine how your family would have felt if they had to lose you that day. I know. But it was so hard to take the look on my grandpa's face when he found out what happened. Oh, so it was... Okay. Your grandpa? Yes, it originally belonged... Oh, the saxophone! The saxophone got wrecked by that truck! Oh, poor kid. I released Samuel and pulled back a little bit, confused. Wait, are we talking about the same thing? Samuel's eyebrows knit together quizzically.
I don't think so.
What are you talking about? Your girlfriend that was hit by the truck? Samuel blinked slowly at me.
It wasn't my girlfriend. It was my saxophone.
See, I thought it was going to be his grandfather, but that makes a lot more sense. What? This whole time you think that you were in love with a girl who died. No. Did Peter tell you that? No. This is why communication is important, I guess. It was my grandpa's saxophone that he had passed down to me. It played beautifully despite its age and use. It was still in pristine condition. I treasured that saxophone, but I left it sitting on a chair. The snow cone stand was right there. I thought, I'll be back in a minute. His eyes closed. He closes his eyes, cringing. Oh, no. That's pretty sad. I could still hear the sound of the wheels tearing it to pieces. When Samuel admitted that it was a saxophone that got hit by the truck and not a person, I'd almost laughed aloud at the comedic misunderstanding, but now I see this doesn't really change anything. He loved that saxophone dearly. As if reading my thoughts, Samuel opens his eyes and looks at me. I know it may seem silly to some, but that saxophone had a legacy. It meant so much to me and my family. I played it like no other saxophone. My grandfather passed it down to me. He told me how proud he was, how I was gonna carry on the torch he had put down so many years ago. And now that his saxophone is beyond repair, that torch is burnt out. No, it hasn't. Huh? It's not your saxophone that's one of the best players in the marching band. It's not your saxophone that landed gigs at a club or made it to state jazz band. That was you, Samuel. But ever since listen to me. Ow! I just hit my tooth on my water bottle. I can only imagine how dear your saxophone was to you. I'm sure it represented so many things to your family. Hard work, lost passion, hope for the future. It's special. It has a history and a legacy tied to it that many instruments go without. But more than that, you are your grandfather's true legacy, Samuel. You are the one who picks up an instrument and breathes life into it. You make the music. I noticed ever since I met you that your music comes from deep within you. You may have lost your saxophone, but you haven't lost your skill or your passion. You may think you have, but you're wrong. Anyone can see just by watching you play. You were doing what you were born to do. But I can't play as well as before. No kidding, because you're on a crappy school saxophone. That thing can't even begin to handle your talent. But one day, I know you'll be able to play on a saxophone that's worthy of you once again. My family isn't in a place where we can afford a new saxophone right now. I understand. If I could snap my fingers and make everything perfect for you, I would, but life doesn't work that way. It doesn't. It's gonna take a while for you to get back to your feet. Sometimes you might want to give up altogether. I smiled at him gently. But once you fight through and come out on the other side of this, imagine how much stronger you'll be for it. Samuel hugs me suddenly, fiercely. His grip is so crushing it takes my breath away.
Thank you.
Oh no, I don't want to see him cry. Oh my god. I bet you they're gonna get caught. I'm telling you, Mr. Wiley's gonna notice. If he has a phone, it's gonna go off. Thank you for finally believing me when I say that you're amazing. I'm not even half as amazing as you. He releases me. For a moment, we just stand there and smile at each other. Then, oh my gosh, I completely forgot what we came here with a job to do. You're right. We've got some calls to make. I spot my phone and the cell phone jammer both on the floor where we flung them. Oops. Luckily, my screen is unscathed. I pick up my phone and hit the call button. My fingers hovers over the number pad. Who should I call first? Home or the police?
Doesn't matter.
Up to you. We got time for both. Okay, then first I'll call 911. My finger shakes slightly as I dial 911. I've never had to call the police before. I hope they take our plight seriously. Taking deep breaths to suppress my anxiety, I lift the phone to my ear. Why isn't it ringing? Hello? The call dropped. Tried dialing 911 again, but to no avail. The phone keeps disconnecting. It's not working. I can't get a hold of them at all. Want to try dialing our families instead? I hold my phone out to Samuel. You go first. I'm sure your grandfather misses you very much. Are you sure? Of course. I'll call my mom when you're finished.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jelly. Takes the phone with a smile. His entire face glows as he punches in his home number, then lifts up the phone to his ear. There's a short pause, then. Dad, I'm sorry. Did I wake you? I know, I'm real sorry. I would have if I could. We've had no service here. You got an email from Mr. Wiley? We're not okay with it either. We want to go home. I said we're not okay with it either. Can you hear me? Never mind. How is everyone? What's wrong with them? Oh no. What? Dad? Dad, are you there? Damn it! The look on Samuel's face causes panic to shoot through me. What's wrong? I lost connection. He passes the phone back to me. I can tell he's trying to keep his face smooth and impassive, but all kinds of emotion broils just beneath the surface. Samuel, what did he say? My grandpop's in the hospital. My breath catches in my throat. No! He had what I think was a mini stroke 3 days ago. They're keeping an eye on him, but I take Samuel's hand tightly in mine. He gives it a squeeze. Damn it, I want to get out of here. I have to see him. Don't worry, we're going to get out of here, Samuel, as soon as we can. Here, your turn. He passes my phone back to me. Are you sure you don't want to try calling your dad back?
Nah.
You give it a shot. Eager to hear my mom's voice, I open up my contacts list and punch my home number. She won't be happy being woken up after midnight, but hopefully she'll be too ecstatic to hear from me to care. The phone rings 4 times. On the 5th ring, right before it goes to the answering machine, I hear the sound of being picked up, and my heart leaps. Hello? Mom? Jelly? Mom! I start jumping up and down with joy. Just hearing the sound of her voice makes me feel like I'm at home. It's me. I miss you so much.
I love you so much.
Oh my gosh, I miss you too. I love you so much. It's great to hear your voice. When are you coming home? And why on earth are you calling me in the middle of the night? Sorry, the service here has been non-existent. We only just got it back. I nearly mentioned the cell phone jammer, but decide not to. My mind is racing. As for when I'm coming home, I have no idea. I think Mr. Wiley plans on keeping us here forever. Can you and the rest of the parents come pick us up? Mom? Honey, I'm trouble hearing you. What? Can't you say that and you're breaking up. If you say that again? I asked if you and the rest of the parents could come pick us up. I think I lost her. Even without the jammer, the signal out here has always been pretty poor. Yeah. What is it?
Uh-oh.
I have a bad feeling. I don't think we should hang around here much longer. We can always try tomorrow. Maybe someone else's phone will have better luck. Or Tom could figure out a way to get a better signal. Why Tom? I don't know. Since he's good at video games, I figured he'd be good at technology in general. But now that I say that out loud, it sounds stupid. You're fine. Let's say we head back to the lodge. I agree. Let's get out of here. We leave the jammer where we found it. But did you turn it back on? As soon as we step outside, Samuel slips his hand easily into mine. I'll walk you home. Thanks. Home?
I'll walk you back.
Well, you know, back. My heart flutters in my chest. Samuel and I walk side by side through camp. I think back to our kiss and suppress a grin. I wonder what Susie would say if I told her. Any signal on your phone? Oh, let me check. With my free hand, I open up my phone. Still 0 bars. I don't think he even needed that jammer in the first place. It's pretty creepy that he even had it on him in the first place. Seems like he came here with an intention of trapping us. I shudder at the thought. Well, here we are. I smile up at him. Today was insane. Well, we'll get a good night's rest. We'll get a good night's sleep tonight. That we will. Well, he leans in close and presses a soft kiss on my cheek.
See ya.
Good night, Jelly. My breath catches in my throat. I try to return his farewell, but only can manage a stiff nod as he departs into the night. Susie is fast asleep when I enter the room. As quietly as I can, I get dressed and brush my teeth. Then I climb into bed, still smiling. Despite our current predicament, I can't bring myself to think about the cell phone jammer on, or Mr. Wiley, or anything else. When I close my eyes, all I can see is Samuel and the look on his face right before he kissed me. That's so cute. There are no options until chapter 15. I think I'm going to end a bit early. Hello? My voice is starting to go. Excuse me. But that was fun. So, I don't know what I'm gonna stream next. Hell, I might do it tomorrow. Cause I have a snow day tomorrow and I don't have to like do any work. So, I only have to. Oh, you missed it. Oh, it's okay. I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow since I've got that snow day. Oh, you just got off work? I kind of want to keep playing. Maybe I won't stop streaming. Maybe I will stream Stardew. You should hang out in here. But my voice is going, so I can't do the voices anymore. Because I was thinking about doing Stardew anyways. Either way, though, I am probably gonna stream tomorrow. Probably not too late, because I still will probably have to go to work on Tuesday, unless for some freaky reason I have another snow day, which is probably not gonna happen. But yeah. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna go to bed, but I'm probably gonna just rest my voice. So Monday, probably the same time, 7:30. And if I'm feeling it, maybe I'll start drawing a little bit at the beginning too. But anyways, thanks for stopping by, Macho. I'll see y'all again, hopefully tomorrow. Have a good night.